want the good news or the good news?
I'll scream.
Both the police and the bank have accepted our explanation of how we came by the money.
And the bank have offered to pay a 10% reward on the £3,065.
Wow. And the other good news?
The bank are taking out a weekly advert.
Double spread.
Great! Smiles all round except for one unexplained mystery.
Go on, Zoe, we'll buy it.
The identity of the mysterious Mr. or Miss What?
Who have you got up there, Sean? Phantom centre forward?
Perhaps it's the ball. It's alive and it wants to go out to play.
Oh, Tom, not in the house. You know the rules.
Dad! I know, Zoe's... Give it back!
Now you've started them off.
One more step and it's bombs away. You horror. Now is that nice? Calling your only sister a horror? I think you should apologise. And if I don't? It's a long, long drop. Of course it would bounce. But a nice plump specimen like this could bounce for yards. Over the garden wall, into the wide blue yonder. Look, Zoe, let's make a deal. You mean like saying, my sister Zoe is not a horror. She's quite... I could take that photo for your column. When? Name a date. Now. Fine. I'll wear that. What do you think? It's all right. Oh no, what have I done? Looking for this? And it's not even April the 1st. I'll be 2 ticks. I meant what I said. About taking my photograph or me being a horror? Both. You better stay transiminites objectified till I get rid of Zoe. Ta-da! What do you think? I'm struck dumb. I thought I'd make a statement. You know, show commitment. You ought to be committed, all right. You always go too far. Background pose. How about this chair? Lose these. What's this? A Teenage Mutant football boot? Where'd you get it? I'm doing some photography. Modern stuff. I didn't know you were into surrealism. It would be if I knew what it was. Sit. You know, you've been acting out of character recently. I leave all the acting up to you. One in the family is bad enough. Feeble. You're up to something. And I'll sniff it out. After all, that's what reporters do. And nosy Parkers. Right, I've got enough. Clear off. Oh, and I'll have an 8 by 10 for my room. Inches or feet? We want to get your head in. Very appropriate. Ow! Ouch! You can detransiminate objectify now.
You thought I was this bladder thing.
Well, there is a strong resemblance. How was I supposed to know you're just playing with it and let it roll out the door? By the way, what was the door doing open?
You must have left it.
Not a chance. You were eavesdropping, weren't you?
What's eavesdropping?
Listening to a conversation that has nothing to do with you.
Black holes and quasars. Through me, all your family's problems are settled, and I'm not expected to eavesdrop.
I would have told you. I wouldn't have left you in the dark.
Who's talking about the dark? Plenty of light in here.
Forget it.
What's this bladder thing for anyway?
Football.
You put your foot in it? Where's the hole to fit your toes in?
Give me strength. This is what we put on our foot, and this is what we kick.
Kick? Oh, sounds fun. Can I try?
No, not in here. We played in a field with 2 teams of players.
I'd like to see that.
If you promise to stay out of sight, you can come and watch the football match this afternoon. Oh. Dad?
Zoe?
Dad, you know my pot column?
I think I might have heard you mention it. On the hour, every day.
Well, as a contributor, will I get paid a fee?
I suppose we could afford, what, penny a line?
I'm serious.
Then why go round the point? What are you after?
A personal stereo with mega-bass enhancement?
Fine, get one.
I can't afford it. Not on my pocket money.
Then you'll have to save up until you can.
But Dad, it would help with my research.
Research on a teenage pop column? You're slipping, Zoe. You can usually think of better reasons than that for getting what you want.
Don't get under my feet. I've got to pack Dad's bag as well as my own.
Dad plays too?
No, he's referee. And to save you asking, he makes sure we play by the rules and don't cheat.
Sounds bossy.
Well, it would be to you. You don't know what rules are.
I like these little trousers. Can I wear a pair to the match?
Get out of them before they split. No, only players wear them. Are you a good
Player.
average? Dad was. He played in the biggest match of all, Schoolboys International. He could have turned professional, but his parents were against it. Too risky.
Do our parents tell their children what to do all the time?
More or less.
Doesn't seem right.
Suppose I wouldn't admit to them, but they do know best. They have lived longer.
I've lived longer still.
So no, you just had your 300th birthday.
So why don't you listen to me?
Because I'm more grown up than you. In human terms, you're only 7 years old.
2-0 in Tunley's favour. Hexton's not just losing, they're being slaughtered. What's wrong, Sean? Have you got 2 left feet? Pass it! Pass it! But what he doesn't do to the other side.
Black horse over Quasars, why doesn't he pick it up?
Foul! Take him off! Whose side are you on, ref?
Ouch!
What? I want you out of this game.
Come on! Oh! Ow!
Oh, would you believe it? Even you could play better than Sean.
D-Trans animate objectifying, get off home. We'll talk about fair play later.
So is right. You're a wally. Whatever a wally is. blue. I've been kicked black and blue. And all the thanks I get is I'm useless. I'll show him who's useless.
The way we're playing, the game's theirs.
That's life, Zoe. There are winners and losers. We all have a little triumphs and disappointments.
Get lost, Kate.
I came up to ask if Lucy and I should start the refreshments now, Mr. Alec.
Listen, Bobby Morris. If you want to go to the Schoolboys International, you're going to have to part with a bit more than 20 pence a week. And don't say you can't afford it. I've seen you scoffing crisps till they're coming out of your ears. Not so fast, Sean Ruddock. Where's your ticket money?
Oh, sorry. Here. Don't believe it.
I thought you'd be surprised.
Surprised?
Wait till you've tasted them. I told you, nothing I've had on earth can beat from-decker pies.
Nothing on earth is what this kitchen looks like. If Mum sees this mess, she'll kill me.
I was just about to pop the pies in the oven and then clean up.
Forget the oven. There's water in the tap. I want this kitchen looking spick and span before Mum gets back. And don't ask me what spick and span means. I intend you to find out. £10.
What for?
My ticket. Lucy's too.
I'm only collecting from the players.
Your father said there might be a few spare seats on the coach.
If there are, then we'll hold a ballot among the supporters.
I would have thought first come, first served.
Or would you? Well, I'm the club treasurer, so I'll decide.
You don't want our money then?
I'll accept it. And if your names are not drawn out of the hat, it will be refunded in full.
Zoe Ruddock's head swells any big little burst.
At least if it did, there'd be brains spilling out, not hot air.
It's Mum.
For a moment, I thought you were trying to keep me out. Oh, what's this? Don't tell me my son, who jibes at making a cup of instant coffee, has been dabbling in the culinary arts.
Bit of a disaster. I'll chuck him out.
Don't you dare. Oh, Sean, nip out to the shed and get me a fresh bottle of detergent, will you? Oh, we even thought to preheat the oven.